Yes, I need your prayer for that. I need everyone prayer for that, so that our world will become more positive. Then this music will have no ground to exist. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Master.
The next two questions are asked by Ha Kam Tam, but unfortunately he couldn't be here, so these will be asked by a representative.
He's a good artist, famous Vietnamese artist.
Hello, Master. Thank you for being with us. First question, dear Master. Does one have to reach the master's level in order to create a wonderful beauty such as that in poetry, literature, painting, and others, like music, celestial clothing, etc.? And also, love starts with emotion, which often goes hand in hand with romance, which imparts the dreamy state. Then kasana of dream leads to myriads of mystery. Bodily enjoyment reverberates aspiration, as written in one of your poems. I realized that love must coexist with wisdom. Please enlighten me on the subject of developing wisdom within love itself and the harmonious coexistence of heart and mind. Are poetry, literature, painting, music, and other arts a means to help elevate our life and balance love and wisdom?
Yes, you just enjoy them. That's wonderful. Thank you for understanding my art. You know, the artists feel very complimented when somebody enjoys their created piece. Some of those poems were written when I was much younger, as teenage even, so it might have been not too polished and might not have much to do with what I am right now. Yes. And other arts such as good painting, poetry, and music are to comfort and soothe our minds, heal our heart in this turbulent world. To some extent, they also remind us of our ethereal home and rekindle some nostalgic feeling within us, so we may seek elevating way to reach our true origin. So the way of heavenly light and melody is the way to love and wisdom. If we are sincere and faithfully connected with it every day, love and wisdom will re-emerge more and more from within ourselves. Love has to go with wisdom. Wisdom must accompany by love, because if a human who knows a lot, who is intelligent, and who has power to change the mountain and empty the sea, but in his heart he has no concern for any others or no love for his fellow inhabitants, then that wisdom will become just destructive. Not just no use, but it will cause destruction for the owner at the end and cause destruction for his surrounding as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Master. The second question. Dear Master, you once said that artist is 50% of sainthood. It is very true, because most artists of Eastern and Western school, from classic as well as modern art, have created wonderful works within the cultural and art boundaries, with profound celestial value and the climax of human spiritual attainment, which are worthy of their being fully enlightened saints. But in their individual lives, they may violate the precepts and lead a non-virtuous life, which sometimes is worse than that of the non-artist people. Therefore, besides spiritual path, does artist have any chance or any particular approach to help him or her elevate from 50% to 100% level, which is the level of sainthood? Thank you, Master.
You see, the masterpieces are often realized when the artist is connected with their higher self, with the best self, or maybe true self even. So the true artists are often very lonely in their heart, as they were more sensitive in nature, and their longing soul remembered vague images of paradise lost. In this vulnerable state of mind, if they not fortunate enough to find a real way back to the yearning bliss once known to them in higher realms, and if too much temptation nearby, and they might fall easily into it for temporary escape, which brings more loneliness and empty feeling in the long run. They are to be pitied. There is not much else except spiritual elevation that can satisfy their hearts and uplift their soul to their utmost satisfaction and splendor. That's why when anyone comes to me for spiritual help, I emphasize the love first, the 5 precepts. That is to keep someone in check. You have a little boundary as to where you can move. And then the wisdom comes later. For the artists, if they don't want to practice anything concrete spiritually, then they could follow the 5 precepts. For example, do not harm any living beings or the environment. That is the first precept, non-violent. Do not kill, do not harm. The second, keep truthfulness. Do not tell things that is untrue. The third, do not take anything that doesn't belong to you. At least, do not take things that is not given to you voluntarily. And the fourth is to keep being faithful to your heart. I mean, if you love someone truthfully, then you respect that relationship with that someone and do not degrade your sacred love by smearing it with something less than true love with someone else, just to satisfy physical desire. For example, okay, you have a wife, you stick with her. You have a husband, you be faithful to him. In the heart also, not just physical. At least physically, not roving eyes even. And the fifth is stay away from all the intoxicants, like cigarette, alcohol, drug, etc. The thing is, if a person is not spiritually supported, like by meditation through a guidance of someone who is adept at it, and by supporting himself daily with his own spiritual power within through guidance, then it's very difficult for him or her to keep the 5 precepts, because the temptation in this world is too great and it's everywhere. Everywhere you go, the negative force try to do something to drag you down. Therefore, the 5 precepts goes better, lasts longer, and more stable with wisdom, with spiritual practice like meditation and Kuan method, for example. If somebody can just keep the 5 precepts, that is fine already. At least he will not degrade into the worst situation, and he can keep his human standard, and he elevate himself to another 50% of sainthood.
Thank you, Master. The next question is from Blaise Scavulo.
Hi, Master. Master, you say that your